All right. Here we go. Barbershop Talk Conversation, episode 6. Uncut, unedited, unfiltered, unrehearsed, all that shit. I am Paul Wizzo, your host here of Wizzo Talk. I want to thank everybody for watching, tuning in, whether you tap it in right now or you tap it in later. I appreciate you. I want to thank all my supporters and subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and for your support. Also, you can find Wizzo Talk on Spotify, Wizzo Talk 8972. So what I do is I upload the live video on that afterwards. So if you're driving down the road in the car, whatever, tap into Spotify. All of the live versions on there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna let my guests do their own intro, and then we're gonna get Barbershop Talk episode 6. We're gonna get it started. Got two other guests that should be dropping in, and but in the meantime, in between time, shit, we gotta roll with it. 7, what you got?
Yo, this your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka the Pomegranate Samurai, man. It's always an honor to be here on the Wizzo Talk. And man, y'all can check me out After Real Truth. You can Google it. All my sites will pop up. I got one on Thread. This is about my clothing brand. Got a comic book. You can check me out on Instagram where you can see a lot of my artwork. And you can also check out my podcast on Spotify under Cosmic Currency 777. Hey man, I want to say one thing too. Wizzo, man, y'all when y'all check Wizzo out on social media on some of the platforms, he got 2 pages. One of the pages ain't for real, man. I don't know what it is because I know you got 2 on Spotify and you got 2 on TikTok as well.
No shit.
Yeah,
see, I didn't even know that.
So
I'm about to go check that shit out. I didn't know that. Before we get to Jack 7, what's up with your background right there?
Oh man, this is one of my t-shirt designs, man. This way to manifest, man.
Okay. All right, one of your designs.
Site, just Google it. After Real Truth, all one word.
All right. That's what's up. Okay. All right, there, Jack. What you got for everybody?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing this evening? I'm Jack, coming to y'all from Central Texas. As you can see, I got another little identity under there, the underscore the Cancerian King 69. Anybody know anything about me? Know I'm crazy about the year I was born and my zodiac. They happen to coincide. So I'm new to this space, but I got my partner. She didn't want to come out tonight. My Cancerian queen. She in the background, ready to make some things pop up. We got something we got brewing up and stuff. So y'all just keep your eye out. It's about to go down up in here. So.
All right. That's what's up. And you know I gotta ask you. I see something in your background. What you got there, Jack? What you got?
Come on, man. Go Birds. All day, every day. We gotta get rid of them dollars. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing about them, man. You know what y'all not gonna do. What y'all not gonna do is go to the Super Bowl. What y'all not.
Hey, Jack. Before we get this podcast topic barbershop going now, you already know this our year, so I don't know why you tripping now.
Oh, Wizard, yeah. I didn't know he was a Cowboys fan.
Come on, 7. The last 28 years been theirs too, so we're going to see which one. If you say it long enough, it will happen. You got to sign this way to manifest. He's trying to manifest.
Right. Hey, guys, all right. So, hey, guys, I mean, like I said, we got 2 other guys that may be tapping in here in a minute, but I just want to let you guys know that, I appreciate you guys answering the call and coming on, pretty much every time, being on time and everything like that. So especially since I don't make shit and I can't pay you shit. And so, but you on here to let your voice be heard. So I appreciate you guys for that, real wholeheartedly appreciate you. So while I'm waiting on these other 2 guys that may pop in and may not pop in. So I'm going to quote a friend of mine when she was on our last podcast. And I'm just going to ask you guys, what are y'all thoughts about that or what do y'all think? So she said something to the effect that guys, when a woman is natural hair, no makeup or anything like that, no fake butt, no fake breast, anything, says that guys don't want to pay them women no attention. But yet when they got the eyebrows and the eyelashes and the fake this and the fake that, the wigs and all that, then the guys want to kind of show them some attention. So I kind of want to ask you guys, what are y'all thoughts on her comment that she made, and ask you specifically about the eyelashes and the baby hair. What are y'all thoughts on that? So what do y'all think about that? She's saying all natural. The guys don't want to show them no love until they put all that on. So what do y'all think about that?
I'll start off by saying that all attention is not good attention. Just because you get some attention don't make it a positive thing. Um, I don't necessarily agree with her. I don't because I'm not necessarily a fan of it. I had to kind of mature to the stage where I understood that sometimes those accessories are not for men. Sometimes it's for the woman to make her feel better about herself, and I can respect that because if you don't feel good about yourself, then how you expect somebody else to have a positive outlook on you. Do I think there's a lot of excess going on today? Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I distinctly remember one time I was driving down the street and I seen this young lady's eyebrows from the passenger seat of the car next to me. That's a bit extreme in my opinion. But if that's what made her feel good about herself, I mean, some of these women walk around here looking like they got caterpillars attached to their forehead, and
Oh shit!
I would go to the point of just like most stuff in life, man. Moderation is a factor. You can do just about anything as long as you're doing it in moderation. I don't agree that it's all, like I said before. I don't agree that it's all done for men. I have a strong opinion that women competing against other women, trying to be the baddest bitches, as some call it, when men on the sideline, probably grown men, mature men, probably don't give a damn one way or another.
Right. Okay. Seven, you got something on that?
I just want to say that I have been terrified by eyelashes before because they keep getting longer and longer, bro. It's been
They
points
5D now. They went from 3D to 5D, and
bro, it's like little fingers sticking out their face, dog. It's crazy. And then we're like when I be in the hospital, sometimes you see the eyelashes on the floor. It's nuts. Like, bro, I thought I seen a tarantula one day, man, but it was eyelashes. They kind of tricked me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? How a big ass spider like this get in the elevator? That was just I don't even know how they didn't know that eyelashes fell off. It's wild. And as far as the makeup and shit, it's getting real dangerous out here, bro, because I like a natural woman. Like, she don't have to wear no makeup and shit, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know who I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, with the makeup nowadays, it's getting harder to distinguish between the women and the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, goddamn, like, man, they wilding out here, dog. The makeup done got so good. I see an Asian woman make herself look like Jay-Z on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is dangerous. You don't know who you fucking with. Nowadays, every woman is like this old school movie called The Master of Disguise. You don't know who you fucking with, man. You know what I'm saying? You can be fucking with one of your ops. You don't even know because, like, bro, they got this whole art technique where they take 3 hours and put all this shit on their face. So, not like a lot of the times, I like to tell women about the chemicals that be in the makeup, and I just like to explain to them what certain things come from. Like, big eyelashes come from prostitution back in the day when they didn't want to get cum in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, people need to know the origins of things, why they just doing it. People don't even know why they do stuff nowadays.
Did you say because they didn't want to get cum in their eyes, so that's why they had long eyelashes?
Yeah, the prostitutes used to wear the long eyelashes so they didn't get cum in their eyes, bro. You can look it up on Google. It's crazy. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of crazy shit that people just don't know the origin of. They just follow it and just do it. And a lot of women are out here under the perception that men like a certain thing. Like, there are a lot of videos online where it's women saying guys prefer women with BBLs, and then all the guys is like, we don't like that shit. Like, of course a nigga gonna fuck a bitch with one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I was trying to explain to a lady the other day, a guy having sex with a woman isn't indication that the guy really likes a woman. Most men can just have sex with a woman, they don't even like her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, women don't understand that, but men do understand that women not just gonna be out here fucking if they don't have some type of feelings for the guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different ways that we think, but women are study trying to perceive a man's thought process through their thought processes. It's wild.
Damn. Let me Melvin, let me hit you with the go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
One thing I thought about when he's talking about all the makeup and the lashes and stuff, what a huge problem is, they all look the same now. Every woman is wearing the same lace front, the same eyebrows, the same contour. It's like they are refusing to separate themselves. They're almost not even owning their own identity. And to your point about, putting so much on, like, if you look flawless, you suspect out the gate.
Exactly.
You look flawless, like I'm like, when you look flawless, I'm checking like let me say a few words so I can see that neck move and stuff like that. So I just think, you know, and then with women of color, man, they come in so many different hues, sizes. Like I'm the type of person, I don't have a type. You just I got to find an attraction to you.
Yeah.
And it's not, more often than not, it's not gonna be that person with all of the I call it war paint. When you got all that war paint on, that's not what's gonna do it for me. It's just like you really have to learn how to find the beauty within yourself and embrace it, you know, and stop wanting the attention of the masses, and you know, appreciate the attention of the ones that matter to you.
Right. Right. All right. That's what's up. I understand. I'm gonna come back right there to you. Melvin, go ahead with your intro, bro, and I'll brief you on what we're talking about.
All right, sounds good. For the people who don't know, I tend to be a frequent guest on the show. My name is Melvin Derrico, a comedian from South Florida, and it's always a pleasure being on Wizzo Talk, man. It's my guy right here. So, you know, running on CP time. You know, black folks, we don't, you know, we never on time for shit. But.
Oh, it's all good. I appreciate you, Bill. So what we talking about, man, was one of the guests from my last show, the female. She talked about also, guys, y'all can check out the comments because the comments people are posting in the comments. But we were talking about some woman was saying that the guy don't like natural women when they don't have the makeup on and they don't have the butt, they all natural. And then I was asking the question about what do you think about the eyelashes and the baby hair. So that's kind of what we're at right now. And if you got a comment on that before we rule on, I see some comments coming up.
Yeah, well, I caught the back end of what these brothers said, and y'all were going in. I gotta be honest with y'all. Y'all were going in. But honestly speaking, so first of all, in my opinion, women wear makeup for other women. Because niggas don't care, personally. Unless it's a situation where it's like we go out, and you look like substantially better than you do without makeup. That's a different thing. Because now if it's like we about to do something and you like, well, let me take my makeup off. No, bitch, I want to cute you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But honestly speaking, man, nowadays, in my opinion, the best currency for women right now is attention. And that is the reason why they all look alike right now, is because the women who get attention look a certain way. And it's being promoted to look that way. But that's not what men are saying. I've never seen a video of a dude saying we prefer women with BBLs. You know what I'm saying? But I can see how a woman who looks up to women with BBLs go, oh, I want that. They get the attention. They get the rappers. They get the ball players. That's what I'm going to look like. That's why they're trying to look like them. It ain't us. It ain't regular dudes, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they don't wear makeup for us. We don't care. We don't care for that shit. We tell them take it off. We be like, man, take that shit off. We tell them all the time, take it off.
Yeah. I heard that, and the answer, so we're not. No, it's not gang up on woman. We just trying to find out.
I promise we're not.
We love the ladies. Enhances a woman's beauty. Some women don't need nothing to enhance them, though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
if you got it.
You don't gotta put no enhancement on what God already put his paintbrush on, bro.
And then
but what she's saying though is, I hear you saying you don't have to put any makeup on, but what she was saying was that when they don't wear any makeup, when they just all natural, thinking that's what the guys want, they don't get no attention, they don't get no love.
Man,
that's crazy. That's what one of my guests was saying.
Bro, you gotta think about it. Man, would you rather want a Cardi B or a Claire Huxtable, dog? Claire Huxtable still winning to this day.
Man, listen, the sun enhances your beauty. Water, coconut oil, that enhances your beauty. Not that chemical shit you bought at Mac or Mate. What, man? Look, hey, I don't want to gang up on the ladies. We ain't gonna do it, but nah, baby, there's better ways to enhance your beauty, shawty.
What's up, Jack?
No, I mean I mean, I don't know what that guest experience is, But what I would say that she have to realize that all men don't have that perspective. Just like when we say women, we're not talking about all women. We're talking about where that where the shoe may fit, so to speak. We don't have the authority to talk about what all women want or what all men want because we don't know all men or women. But the men that I hang around, they don't flock toward that type of stuff. So I think some of it is, in my opinion, you got grown women following the habits of young girls. Like this social media generation somehow is setting the beauty standard for all women. I don't necessarily see how that's the case. I mean, you got women in their 40s and 50s was in the game before, when we was carrying flip phones. So you shouldn't be so caught up in what's on social media, because I think that's one of the biggest drivers of all of this stuff is the attention, and it's not physical attention. Because I guarantee you they're getting physical attention in person. It's the clickbait that most of them strive for. You're not getting the social media attention. That's when you feel like you're lacking there. You don't have enough followers or enough likes and stuff like that. All men don't feel that way.
Yeah,
it's definitely a lot of women who got the natural beauty on lock, bro. They don't even be pressing under that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird to see them even trying to compete with women who got to do so much. Like, what do you? In my eyes, when they putting a lot of makeup on, it's like, what are you trying to hide? Because if you look at before and after images of a lot of these women before they started wearing makeup, and now a lot of them looked it better before they start putting all that shit on their face, and it really fucked their skin up. Like, I'll be watching videos of these women on YouTube, and they skin, when they take the makeup off, they be having rings under their eyes, and they don't realize that progressively over time, this makeup really damages their skin, because most people don't even look at skin as an organ. It's the largest organ on your body. So it's like they don't even look at the fact that they're absorbing all this shit.
Also, too, we got to realize it's cool as a guy to be old. Like, Brother Jack, I haven't had a pleasure to meet you. Your gray beard is cool.
That nigga look cool as hell, right?
You get what I'm saying? Like, you earned that shit. Like, that's
rock
cool.
mine, bro. I gave up the Just for Men years ago. I'm like, man, you got to embrace it. But I'm a strong proponent of health and stuff anyway. Physical health. And the mental health and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff that we don't do. We don't realize. Is what we put in our bodies that kind of drives the train as well. You can. It's a lot of holistic ways. I'm really like in these past couple of years since I started my fitness journey, I've also delve deeper into the holistic healing of stuff, being conscious of what I'm putting in and how it's supposed to benefit my body or what damages it's going to cause to my body, because age and time is undefeated. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have a say-so in how gracefully you do it, though. You have say-so. It's like, yeah, we all, like, people talk about getting old as if it's a disease. Hell, what's the alternative? Death. So yes, get old. Death is the alternative. So get old like you meant it. Do it with a purpose. I personally want to wait till I'm 100. And these past few years, that is my mindset. What can I do to live another 45 years? That's on my short list. Keep on going.
I know that's right. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have my beard there, but my mustache got that white in there, and I'm not dying shit.
I see you.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Hey, Wizzo, man, we got to acknowledge this comment that was just made. That says some men need to wear makeup. Listen here.
That's why I left that up there.
Listen here, man. All respect to Mrs. Hodges. I hope I assume you're probably a great person, great cook, all that stuff. Listen, men, all we have is a haircut and a nice shirt. That's all we get. That's it. We don't get eyeliner. We don't get mascara. We don't get none of that. We get our best shirt, cologne, and a cut. Imagine a nigga go to the club, grab a girl, bring her back to the crib, and take his beard off.
Oh, they doing
it.
Or he take his shoes off and he go from 5'11" to 5'6". You would feel bamboozled, hoodwinked. robbed, deceived.
Well, I think Jack just said it. They're doing it because nowadays
Men lie enough. We lie enough. You don't want us with makeup. We already lie too much.
these men. Let me see what they said. Men wearing weave now. Yes, they are. They wearing them male.
They wearing these hair units and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of like some of this stuff is driven by, you know, the inability to find comfort in your own skin. Just like, you know, just like we say women are competing with each other with some of the stuff that they do, men do the same thing. Men do the same thing. You know, you want to be the one chosen when you walk in the room and stuff like that. And you got some that'll leave with their pockets, some might leave. I don't know. I ain't seen no heterosexual men that wear makeup and stuff like that, so I can't say that they wear makeup. But you know, I told an associate of mine a few weeks ago, what women fail to realize: the hairline to a man is the fupa to a woman. You know, women, they go crazy over that pouch when, you know, they may have had a kid. That benefit, that is like, if they have that, it's like the world is over. They don't understand. I say that's what a hairline is to the average man. If you're used to having a full head of hair, one of the hardest things to come to grips with is losing that head of hair. And I don't know how far I got to go, but I know I ain't gonna walk around here with no George Jefferson. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Hey, brother, I know. I seen that song right now.
Hey, Jack, mine too. Shit, that shit gone.
Look, I ain't got but a few good years left with these life, and I just started this journey late in life. So, but you won't see me walk around here looking like Stevie Wonder. Nobody, it's got to go when it's time to go.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'm gonna say this right here before we move on to our next topic. When we were talking about, Seven was saying how the eyelashes, the women started doing them way back in the day to keep cum out of their eyes, so they didn't know the origin.
But you don't just Google random shit. Like I just Google what blow up dolls came from.
Yeah, but
they was made by
that's
Hitler.
like after the 12th question. Like, you got to stop around 8 or 9, man.
I just asked random shit, dog.
Well, let me say this then.
So
when he was making that statement, then you go back to when the guys had the pants sagging, and they say that generated in the pen or whatever, something like that. So, you know, I don't know, but my thing is that I'm saying is that if a woman is over there and everybody have their own type. So if she's over there and she's flat ass, or she have the BBL, the DDL, the eyelashes, don't matter, because that guy is looking at that pussy and that's what he want to hit that pink eye. So just because she got a fine ass, don't make the pussy no better. If her ass is flat, she may fuck you better than the fine one does. She may suck your dick better than the other one was. So you just don't know, you know. But you know, that's part of their beauty, or part of how they want to look. That's fine. You know, there's all different shapes. There's somebody out there for everybody. But in the end, I mean, you know, that guy gonna knock it down. And I'm gonna say this here, and then if y'all want to come in before we go to the next one, I had a friend of mine. He don't turn down nothing but his collar. If she walk over there and got 10, 20 kids, it don't matter. He gonna hit that motherfucker. And I'm telling you, that's what real straight up. So any other comments before we move on to our next topic?
That nigga a legend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he got antibiotics on the side. I'm pretty sure he keeps some IVs with him.
God damn, dog.
All right. Why you discussing it? That's all I want anyways. Well, hey, you know, it just happened. I just want to see how the guys felt about the all natural and the eyelashes and the everything like that. And so that's how we go.
You can't let her think like that. You can't let her think like that. This is what I tell women when they say, why can't we date first? Or why wouldn't you hold out to marriage? Listen, I would never buy a car I can't test drive. You wouldn't do that.
That's wild. That's
like
never
do that. I need to make sure this car for me. It might sound weird. It might feel fun. The steering wheel might need fluid. See, Come on now, this is an investment.
All right, cool.
But go
All right,
ahead. I'm sorry.
let's move around. Let's move around. So the thing about barbershop talk, when you sit in the chair, you never know where the conversation gonna go. It's uncut, it's unedited. We don't know who's next or whatever. So, but I'm gonna come over there to my man Jack to see what he want to throw out there for us to talk about. What you got, Jack?
Oh man, well, it's gonna be a different direction. I don't know how comfortable you brothers are with the topic, but I wanted to talk about the lack thereof, or what do you all think is keeping men from being emotionally available to their potential partners or partners? Because you get a lot of women who you get a group of women. I can't say a lot. You get a group of women who will complain about their partners not emotionally available. He's there for, he's doing the around the house stuff. He's doing, taking care of the bills. He's doing all the stuff you expect a man to do, but he won't talk about his feelings. He won't make himself vulnerable from the perspective of emotional availability. So what do y'all think that stems from?
That's deep. I'll let somebody else go and see what they got.
So first of all, just racism or anything else is learned behavior, right? So we were taught to be tough as kids. We were taught not to cry as men. Jump. We were taught to stop telling, stop acting like a girl. Stop. See, all that was learned behavior. So now when we get into adulthood, we're not naturally inclined to open up and be vulnerable to a woman. And then on top of that, you also have to be aware of situations, right? So if you see situations where men are possibly deceiving a man to a woman and she turns it and uses it on them, for you from doing that. And a lot of times as men, we're just judged on how we produce. So a lot of situations where it's like, my feelings don't even really matter, because if I ain't paying rent, nobody give a damn if I'm sad. If I can't pay this car note and we ain't got no car, nobody cares if I'm feeling low. You get what I'm saying? Typically, we're judged how we produce. It's like if you have a hard time when you're late and y'all gotta move back to her house, they don't look at her bad. They look at you. You get what I'm saying?
Right, you coming in a little choppy from time to time. Yeah, it's got a little static off in there a little bit, but I'm hearing most of it. Are you guys hearing him pretty good?
No, it's breaking up.
Getting the same choppiness.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Is it pretty smooth?
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
It's smooth now? All right, so I guess I'll just repeat all that. What did y'all catch? Okay.
I think we got the gist of it. But...
No, I caught most of it, but it was towards the end where it was getting real crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, all I said towards the end was basically, a lot of men we're basically as well. We're judged on how we produce, and if we can't provide or protect, our feelings aren't really considered a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fell on hard times with you and your girl, y'all move back in, say at her parents' house, her parents and her dad, they're looking at you bad, not her. They're looking at you, but so I think fear as well as learned behavior holds us back from being vulnerable with women, in my opinion.
I'm going to second to what my man was saying. I'm going to start off by quoting Chris Rock. And Chris Rock said in one of his shows, the only thing that is unconditional love is women, children, and dogs, man. And it's funny because, like he was saying, like a lot of times is when it comes to being a man, is about providing. And if you're not providing anything, you're worthless. And that's how society puts us. But there are women out here that don't care about that kind of shit though. But they're just so hard to find. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in men's lives, like he said, we've been taught to put our feelings to the side. Society doesn't care how men feel. It's just about what we can do to further society's goals. And it sucks because it's like when if a woman sees another woman crying in the bathroom, she's going to stop and talk to that woman and care about her. But if a dude sees another dude in the bathroom crying, a dude's probably going to look at that nigga like, damn, did this nigga wash his hands? And what the fuck? This nigga must be crazy as hell to be crying in public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when a man cries in public, motherfuckers look at them like they're out, like they're insane, bro. Like that's like one of the worst things to do as a man. But it's weird because we have feelings too, and 9 times out of 10, when men don't let their feelings out, that's what makes them break and go crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like the solution with all this shit is we should really teach our sons it's okay to cry. And we should really teach our sons it's okay to talk about their problems. If you feel like you're not comfortable talking to it with your girl, at least be able to cry with your homies and talk to your homies about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? We live in a society where everything is so hypersexual. Dudes think it's gay to cry in front of their boys. Like, dog, like, let's say your friend mom just died. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, is that gay for your friend to cry in front of you?
Oh,
Like, it's the same thing. Feelings are feelings. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, I've seen some videos where guys will nurture another guy if he found out his girl was cheating on him or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, the way they're gonna nurture him is by talking crazy. Like, man, that bitch, she was just a hoe, man. You ain't even need it. Like, you don't even like she did something to you, bro, but you ain't even got a downer all the way like that. You could just uplift your homie. We live in a society where we have to down somebody to make somebody else feel good, just for us to get our feelings out. And that's weird too. But it's really to the point where we really need to start teaching the next generation how to handle their emotions, because that's a big problem with society today, where a lot of men acting feminine and then doing some weird shit, and it's like they not even taught how to control their emotions. They just go wild. You know what I mean? And that's because the men not even there. We try to blame it on the women. Oh, they was brought up by women. But at the same time, what was the men at? They should have been there teaching them not to suppress their emotions, but to give them outlets to show them how to control it. Like for me, growing up, my dad never really taught me how to control my emotions. He just told me not to cry. But if I hadn't have found art, which helps me release all my emotional energy into something, you know what I'm saying? Like my man, he got comedy. That's gotta be a major outlet for him emotionally, man, to get shit off his mind. Because society is sick. You know what I'm saying? Working out for a lot of men help them get their emotions out. So we really need to find more constructive outlets that don't destroy our sisters and stuff like that, bro, to really just express ourselves in our relationships. Maybe you should work out with your girlfriend, find solutions. Wizzo, you dance. Yeah. Go dancing with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Do something to express, because that's really what the women want. They want you to express in any way possible.
Right. And the coach, did you get to hear what the question was?
No, I did not, but I'm assuming it has something to do with men showing their emotions. Or
yeah. So yeah, that's thing. Yeah. You want to?
Yeah, for me, growing up, he's always taught that you ain't supposed to cry, suck it up. I didn't learn how to control those type of emotions until I met my then girlfriend. At the time, now wife. That was 30 years ago. Damn. And she kind of put that on me to let me know that, because in college I'm been a hard head, knuckling up and stuff like that. But it comes from times where you might have shed a tear versus doing something that can be detrimental to you or somebody else. And so I definitely had to learn that along the way, and I instilled that in my son to be able to show that type of emotion. I was grown before I ever saw my dad cry. That's when and that's when he laid my grandmother to rest. And it tore me up when I saw it.
Yeah. So it sounded like that we're all saying, we were taught not to cry and men shouldn't cry and everything like that. I just tell you, for me, I don't know why I really struggle with it, showing emotion. Seven knows when we were on here one time and we was talking about something and it came up about my mom, and right here on live camera, I started crying. I'm talking about it easy right now, but it just broke me down because, it did. But why? I really don't know. I wasn't raised by my dad, and he's right here in my hometown, to not tell me don't cry. I had two other older brothers, but they never said that. So I don't know if it's something that just kind of trickled down, or where men don't show emotion enough. And then you may have some woman that may say, look at that, what your bitch ass crying for? So it, and then the toll that'll put on him right there. So to answer your question on that, I really don't have an answer myself. I don't show it.
I think it's not just an in the home issue. Excuse me. It's not just an in the home issue. It's a societal issue. It's not just you don't get those stereotypes just from your father or your mother telling you not to cry, stuff up. That is something you get it in movies, you get it in TV. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been pushed down your throats to the extent to where if you're not strong enough, or you don't have the benefit of having someone like coach, having someone come into your life to help you tap into those emotions, that it would destroy you. When I retired prior to retiring from law enforcement, I had a close friend of mine. She always tell me I was like the Terminator. Being a police officer, being a soldier for 20 years, unfortunately, I became too good at compartmentalizing my feelings and issues, because of that pack it away mentality. As a police officer, you don't have the luxury to keep something on your brain because there's always the next call waiting. But I found out once I retired that all of that stuff that you pack away, it's not gone. It's just like I'm saying, you pack it away. And I use this analogy of it, all of those things being like a jack in the box. And just imagine your room, your kitchen floor, your bedroom floor covered with jack in the boxes. And each one of those boxes is something that you packed away. You don't know to what extent that box is wound up, but if once it hit a certain point, it's going to pop up. And you don't know what's going to pop up. I've recently been discussing things that, stuff that I never even remotely thought about since I was a child has been coming out, that I can identify now. They were actual childhood traumas. So I think that's another thing. Every man has to muster up the courage to get a therapist. It don't have to be a clinical therapist or someone that puts you on the couch. Your best friend or your wife or your partner, they can lend you that same type of ear to where they can bring out the best. And then they have to have the best interest for you, because like Seven mentioned, sometimes those emotions are used against you as weapons. I know for certain, well, I feel for certain that my last marriage, my ex, she damn sure found a way to weaponize my love for her. And what that caused me to do was go into a preservation mode once I snapped out of it. My total focus was no one else would ever put me in a situation where I let them have that much control over my emotions. And it's to my detriment to some degree. It's something I'm working on now, but I can tell you that it was me first. Like, I won't feel that way about another person because I know what type of power that gives a person. But you have to, if you're lucky, you'll get somebody in your life that will really treat those emotions, as valuable as they are. It's a delicate thing. It's hard enough for men to come out and express themselves emotionally, and whenever it's weaponized against them, you can almost guarantee he's going back into that closet tenfold. The next wall is going to be almost impossible to penetrate. So I think it's about finding someone who can really give you that opportunity where you can express things. And it takes time to build up that type of trust in an individual, but I don't think it has to be your wife or it has to be your doctor. I think it was you, Seven, that mentioned one of your boys. You can, as long as you have somebody, as long as you have an outlet. Does your partner prefer it be them? Probably. But hey, who's to say that they're equipped to handle it as well? Who knows whether they've dealt with their emotional baggage?
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right. Anybody else got something on that?
Man, that's powerful, dog.
Yeah, I will say this, like you were saying, Jack, and it didn't hit my mind and cross my mind, but when you mentioned like the TV, the movies, social media, and all that stuff, it's not just at home or whatever like that with them, saying, hey, don't cry and all that stuff. It's all of that's playing a part in it too. So, I mean, I didn't think about that. And I know Coach.
No, I was just gonna say, I remember when I was on the football team in high school and we lost a homecoming game, bro. It was so crazy because the seniors, they took it so hard. All them dudes was in the locker room crying. I'm sitting here looking at these niggas like, bro, it's just a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? But it was me undermining their feelings because shit, that was to them, that was like their last hurrah. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that part right there. And you bring up that Seven, and that's one thing that stood out during the pandemic. A lot of people pandemic really broke out around spring break of that year. Many of those kids were seniors in college, seniors in high school, and that was taken from them. For some of those athletes, that was going to be the highlight of their sports career. It was taken from them. So a lot of people didn't realize the impact. Of course, the health scare was there. Lives were lost and stuff like that. But that had a profound impact on people's overall life, man. I was still an officer at the time, and I had to remind parents, you're not the only one going through it. These kids thought they was coming home for a week or 2 weeks. And they haven't been back to school in 8 months. So this stuff is serious, man. Mental health issues are clearly on the rise, and the inability to speak without feeling either demonized or emasculated contributes strongly to that, in my opinion. Now, I was doing some of my workout this morning, and it just dawned on me. Bruce Jenner, world-class Olympic athlete. How old was he when he decided he wanted to be a woman?
True.
This man in 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And it made me think, has he been, he go from a world-class athlete to being on some damn toxic ass social media show, or reality TV show, surrounded by women who I feel just probably emasculated him to the point where we say, fuck it, if I can't beat him, join.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that contributes to all of this transgender stuff. I believe it's like some men has given up on the fact they've been emasculated to a degree to where they if I can't beat them, join. And that stems from not having, the necessary outlets to express yourself, not being taken seriously as a man,
Or that could be a little
protect and provide thing, it's like when that's all you've been taught, that protect and provide, when that's all you've been taught, when you no longer have that need, or you no longer fulfill that need, it could be detrimental to you as a man. Because now you wonder what's your worth and stuff like that. So.
All right.
Let me get
Melvin, what you going to say before I go to Coach?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Y'all ain't hear this, man.
Bro. I don't want to get you canceled. I don't want to get you canceled, bro. I'll cancel myself. Let me cancel my platform. I don't want to cancel yours, bro.
That shit was going. Hey, that shit went what he was saying, but it was so fucking funny though.
I can have an opinion, can I? I mean,
it's not against. It wasn't against you, bro. But
I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
Go ahead.
So basically, what you were saying, and you were very elegant in what you were saying, but when you brought up the point of Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, let's be real, I don't know, but that to him, whatever. So in that situation, basically, you were saying like there's a case where maybe he didn't have someone to talk to, or he didn't have the right person to vent to, or he was being emasculated around women. And I just threw out the point where there also is a potential side of him that is homosexual as well. Like that plays a part.
No, trust me, I'm not saying that's the reason he made that life decision, but it just popped in my head. What type of impact could that have? I just can't swallow the pill that all of a sudden men wake up and want to be women. You felt like a man for 50, 60 years, and now you feel like a woman. No, you're looking for. You're trying to. Some of them are trying to escape something, in my opinion.
That's true, because logically, how could you be a grandfather and say, "Yeah, I can be a girl"?
Bro, this dude for real in the comments funny as fuck. He said,
"Yeah." Let's see what Coach got to say on that. What you got, Coach?
Man, I don't even know how to even start to touch that one.
Don't.
He said don't.
He said don't.
Yeah, y'all told me this was the barbershop, man. I thought we said
barbershop. You're right.
Yeah. Hey, this the barbershop, uncut, unedited, and shit. Feelings goes out the window.
So, right off the bat, I'm gonna start out by saying that whole scenario is crazy when you think that Kanye was the most sane person in that whole house.
Bro.
I think he was there and he was kind of keeping things in order because I'm probably sure at some point in time those two had to have a conversation. Maybe that's the point where Kanye might have stopped caring when he saw like I ain't got no support over here. He's about to cross over to the other side. It is what it is at that point. But to me, it's a mental illness, and it goes back to what we the topic before this of not having the ability to show emotions, not having a father figure in the household. Because there are some times. I'm pretty sure we all. If you're a father at some point in time, you might see something that your son does. Be like, you know what? We don't do that here because he don't know no better. He could be hanging around with his sisters, his older cousins, but somebody was there to get in their ear and steer them in the right direction on the side of masculinity. And people growing up and not having that, like somebody, I can't remember who said it earlier. His whole thing was probably tied up into there was some homosexuality in there.
100%.
And this is just, I'm gonna call it what it is.
Yeah.
Certain demographic. He's an unseasoned person, and he got money. You get bored, so you probably done all the freaky stuff that you can do. You got to do something different now, and this is him just going over the top.
So
you 60 though.
Oh, go ahead, Mel.
Not at 60 years old.
So you tell me?
Come on, bro. And let's be honest. Let's be honest too, man.
Right.
Like, you were the fastest white man ever. You was on Wheaties, nigga. You can't be a girl now. You know how many people you letting down? You was outrunning Jamaicans in the 80s.
But let me ask you this. He just came out then. Who's to say that he wasn't sucking dick back then?
Fine. But that's your business. Don't get woman of the year. Come on.
That's very disrespectful.
Come on, cuz. But I don't know. What do I know?
Hey, but you got to look at it too, though. You got football players coming out now. They all tired of hiding it. So maybe it's been in them for so long, and then finally, hey, we got to let this shit out. Like when we was talking about emotions. Hey, we got to let it out. So they've been holding it since forever. They've been knowing all this time.
I don't got a problem with that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to say that homosexuality and none of that stuff is wrong because that's your life. You live the way you want to live it. I can't get you in heaven or hell if you believe in that type of stuff. So I would not be the one to condemn a person for the lifestyle that they choose to lead. Please do not misconstrue what I'm saying to that perspective. But like I said, on my run this morning, it just struck me like, why would a person make a decision at that point in their life? So, and didn't wonder, could that have contributed? I don't know. I could be dead ass wrong.
All right, let's go to Coach right here. Coach, what are you gonna say?
Now, in that situation, I'm thinking of it now. Something just came to my head. A lot of this is because it's trendy right now. To be able, people they're going out all these labels, pansexuals, bisexual, all the different labels and things of that nature. But a lot of it has to do is now the 60-year-old dude, that's just weird. But the kids that are coming up in this, it's in front of them. I remember something that both my daughters, all my kids play sports, but I remember this in particular, both my daughters, I don't know how we got on this conversation, but my oldest daughter is very, very much against homosexuality. She follows the scripture. She wants nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I preface that is we were talking one time, and that's when they told me, because I was always wondering when I would pick them up from practice, I'm like, why are you getting your musty, stinky butt in my car? And then they told me because they didn't feel comfortable showering because all the girls in there were hitting on one another. The coaches were gay. It's just the whole environment was that. And they didn't want anything to do with that. So these kids are it's almost to the point where they're getting groomed to be this way now. And nobody wants to step out of line to say anything about it because they don't want it out of fear of retaliation, being counseled, whatever the case may be. But sometimes right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right. Yeah, I don't have enough to be counseled on. I think some of it is it's a gateway. It's a gateway to normalizing pedophilia, in my opinion. I think they're doing this shit because you got these sick fuckers that want to be with kids, and you know if you can tell a child, if you can give a child the ability to choose his or her gender or sexuality or sex organ even at ages 10, 11, 12 years old, if they feel a child is capable of making those decisions, then they're gonna some assholes gonna feel that they're capable of deciding whether they want to be with an adult male or woman or stuff like that. So I think that's part of the agenda as well, you know, a gateway to pedophilia.
That's
How
true.
many times do you hear where they say a lot of people who get their gender reassignment surgery at an early age and then they grow
That's
up
my point.
and they regret it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
It should be, I feel it should be criminals for it to be able to happen before the age of 18. Hell, we all know that the
Agree.
damn brain is not even finished fully developed by the time you're
Nick,
18
you
years old.
wouldn't let an 11-year-old get a
you don't have
tattoo. You wouldn't even let
There
him get
again,
a
Mel.
tattoo. Why would you let him change their gender? You wouldn't even let him get a tattoo at 11.
in Bangkok they would.
Well, yes, that's the thing out there, though. I mean, honestly, too, though, I think as far as the whole, the back to like the pronouns and this, that, and the third, it's see, it gives a lot of these people an identity as well. Like a lot of these people, they're not cool. Nothing they do is interesting. Like they just feel lost and they don't know what they are, what they want to do. But if you align yourself over here and it's protection that come with that, I'm all about this. That's why if you ever see like some of the like if you catch like them like arguing or debating about it, they go so hard about it because that's their identity. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. We would never sit here and argue with a stranger about being straight. We know we straight. It's no big deal. Yeah, I like pussy. Cool, whatever. But but for them to feel so strongly about it, part of that is because it's almost like it's bigger than who they actually are.
Exactly. Bro, that shit, when you hear some of them people be talking about how they sexual ethnicity, that shit, they go harder for that shit than they own motherfucking race, dog.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Gay people, they don't even see each other races majority of the time. 99% of the time, a gay black dude probably think he a gay white dude. They don't even be looking at that kind of shit. Like that shit wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Because you will see motherfuckers people will be out there marching for black rights or some shit like that. And then the other motherfuckers be over there marching for gay rights. And the black people who gay, they won't even show up for the black people shit. They just out there for the gay people shit. Like the gay people shit is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not gonna get bullied. We're not gonna experience racism because we're black and gay. Bro, listen, you still
I do want to apologize because we started this off as men being vulnerable, and I made one joke, and we completely veered to. I'm not
Hey,
able to say it, but
hey,
but
hey,
I'm sorry.
that's how it is. That's how it is at barbershop talk. You know, we get to
Yeah.
go on one way, and somebody say something, we get totally off of that shit, and then we on something else. So it's all good. What you gonna say, Coach?
This is the universe talking. I got in I'm in this chat room. It's like 350 people in there, and we talk about it's unfiltered. Talk about a lot of different stuff. I got on the subject today where somebody brought up a point that that the marriages now are failing because the woman, the women's rights movement, and no, marriages now are failing because women know that they have other options besides back, or grandparents or parents, where they just pretty much stayed in there no matter what. I just simply made an observation, because somebody said something that brought this thought to me, but I made an observation that for me, I understand that the women's rights portion was needed, and trust me, I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
It was needed, but I don't like how it ended up being intertwined with the civil rights movement. And dude tried to argue me down about it, and I had to point out to him, I'm like, the civil rights movement, the Civil Rights Act, 1964. Right after that, the women started getting their rights the same year. And I'm like, it seemed like every time there's some type of civil rights movement or something to where we're the center of attention, they throw something differently out there to circumvent what we're doing. The women's rights thing, it kind of took over the Civil Rights Act, to where then women start thinking, I don't need a man, I can do A, B, and C. The black father got taken out of the household, or they made it easier for them to be taken out of the household. Speed it up till the summer of love of 2020, where we got the protests and people are getting tired and people are uniting left and right. What did they pop us over the head with? They came out with the LGBTQ agenda, where they just start pushing it fiercely. So every time that we get some momentum, they do something similar to that, to either it's women against men, or right now it's the straight against the gay people. And I know it's all government pushed. I don't get nobody in trouble by saying that.
No, fuck it. Say it.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of what goes on are definitely distractors. You got this election coming up. I think the whole Diddy scenario was a distractor. Who the hell knows what agenda was met with this Diddy? They didn't raid his house because they was worried about what he was doing. They was worried about who else was doing it with him. Yep. They needed the evidence to see who else
going to get out.
Going to be incriminated. Yeah, who else was going to be incriminated in these things? It wasn't. Diddy is as well off as he was. He wasn't to the point where he had that make white people worry money. He had that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
He had enough for you and I to look up to, but he had that kind of make the establishment nervous. He had that kind of money. He wasn't powerful like that.
Yeah. All right, that's what's
because
up.
You said, you brought up something that I've had this conversation with Cree actually. We talk about how things were back in the day in terms of relationships between our parents and grandparents and stuff like that. Does anyone ever consider the oppression factor? Like, women were not allowed to do for themselves. They weren't allowed to go equally as men. They could, like we talked about women's rights and civil rights and stuff like that. The black woman was the last one on the totem pole that was able to actually get out there and earn a substantial living for herself.
Right.
So were they in those situations because of culture, or were they just suppressed? And that was because the black men, they had to provide for them. They made these families. So if the man is the only one that can provide, then clearly that's what he should do. And that's probably, I'm sure that's what our fathers and grandfathers thought. But how much does oppression play a role into what we consider these societal norms in terms of what a man should do and what a woman should do? Anybody ever thought about that?
Yeah.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah. Here's the thing with that though. Like, see, I don't really care what anybody believes in, right? Religiously.
Mm-hmm.
But I find it very interesting from in Asia, in Africa, South America, Canada, Europe, people who didn't communicate, who didn't speak the same language, from the beginning of time until now, they figured out, these gender roles and men doing this and women doing that, it kind of works. Because the Africans couldn't call the Asian people and be like, you should kind of just let the women like do the nurturing and all this, and the men. No, they didn't talk. Everybody was naked with no clothes, and they said, hey, I think you're good at this, and you're good at that. So even if you take into consideration, let's say it wasn't as of oppressive, even till now, the best team ever created is man and woman.
But the mentality has changed. The mentality has changed in that part. It's like marriage and relationships you get many people say it's a business. You get you have a considerable amount of people nowadays who consider marriage to be a business. Yeah, people with their assets under LLCs. Their whole marriage is literally a business.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
I feel like we're asking for traditional, what has been dubbed as traditional norms, and what's no longer a traditional world. It's like, I think Chris put it in the chat about evolution. Some of the stuff that we're jumping up and down about was due to oppression. Like it's not the stuff that they want to turn back is the shit we don't want. They want to take away, our rights as Black people, and they want to, strip women of their rights to be able to do what they want with their body. They're not the stuff that the way they're trying to turn the clock back is not in our benefit. It's not to turn back to go to the traditional, quote unquote traditional way of life. So it's like, has the world evolved past that point? I guess is the question I have.
When you say traditional, do you mean like gender roles?
The two and a half kids, you married, man, woman, 2.5 kids, picket fence, puppy and all that shit. All the stuff that was dubbed as success. The American dream, I think, is what they call it.
Okay, yeah, the white picket fence, that whole thing. Right, I'm with you. Yeah. See,
so I mean, have we evolved past that point to where that's a fantasy. That's something that that we should. And this is a question: is that something we should let go and live in the present and create? Like, I personally think that people don't go into relationships with a partnership perspective anymore. Mm-hmm. A lot of people jokers get married one day and have the divorce plan in their back pocket.
Yeah.
They have that ghost account. They have this, everybody's always looking for what if he or she does this. They're looking for their way out. So if you're going in with an exit plan, are you really going in? You're not all in. Clearly, you have an exit plan day one.
But that's the dating pool, though, right? Like you said, it's a mentality thing. And personally, like the traditional thing, to me, that's just normal, right? Like, I think when you meet someone, it tends to just go to, okay, at some point, if you believe in that, you get married. But the people who have divorce in their back pocket, or like that red button they could push at any point that I can leave and get out of this, those are the people you should try to avoid. Like those people aren't ready to be actually committed to something. If you're at imagine at any point, like you sign up for something and you go, the moment I feel the pressure or the heat, I'm out. Bro, you not ready for it. You need to let the big dogs play and get your shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Say the big dogs. So that takes me to my next question. Is marriage really the cat's meow? Is that the ultimate goal? Is that the cat's meow? Is that like that's seen to be the gold standard? Why is that the gold standard?
Well, because that's for women though. Typically, generally speaking, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm 26. I ain't been here as long as everybody.
Maybe we need to stop with this, putting this value on this title, because that's all. Well, marriage is between you and the couple in the state anyway. You don't require nothing requires that you put shit on paper for a couple to be committed to having a better life together.
No, I agree. The things I'm doing, listen, what you doing as a baby daddy ain't that much different what you gonna be doing as a husband, right? So I'm with you, right? Like the only thing changes is the title, unless your dynamic changes, right? Like you have this thing now with some women where they don't do this unless they're a wife, right? So unless
go ahead, Wizard. I see you trying to jump in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just wanted to make sure that he finished, but I wanted to see if anybody else had anything else too. I want to make sure they get a chance to say something.
I'm sorry. We kind of had like a one-on-one, but go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm taking it. I'm the only one on here that's married.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it definitely hadn't been easy. Like I say, my wife and I have been together for 30 years. We met in college. And it was one of those situations that it wasn't necessarily. She wanted to get married. I wasn't ready at the time until I got out of college, and I was doing what I do. but once I got into that mindset, I think it ended up making me we was 2 kids in at the time. It made me a better father. It made me, from accountability level, because at that point in time. So my dad and I started talking more intimate with one another, to where he was like, would give me advice. And I remember a particular situation when I was divorced, We go to a couple of, do what we do. Kind of come home like I was supposed to. I'm out in the streets. End up having to go sleep at my parents' house. I was over there for about a day or two. Then finally my pops came in, looked in the bedroom. Luckily, I still had my bedroom at the house. But he looked at me and said, so are you ready to go back home now and fix the shit you need to fix? So, just putting things into that perspective. So eventually, I think if I hadn't got married, I'll probably have about 15, 16 kids, man. I'll probably be driving the forklift on a night shift, driving the cutlass. Because I was out there bad. But it definitely helped me in my situation.
So it gave you discipline.
Yeah, and I ain't saying it's not a good thing. Trust me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying I don't know that has to be the gold standard. That's all I'm saying. Because
I agree.
We have people to make it work 30, 40, 50 years. But, a lot of times society has come to the point where they try to make people feel less than because they don't reach that, as if it's the gold standard. Is what I'm really speaking on.
And I agree with you. I'm the oldest of three. I'm the only one that's married. My sister was married, got divorced. My brother's never been married, and he'll tell you in a minute, I ain't never get married. I am more than prepared to die old and alone. So marriage is not for him.
My pop's the same way.
Seven, what you got, Seven?
I mean, honestly, bro, I don't think anybody ever thinks about the origin of these things. You know what I'm saying? Marriage was originally about status. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you want to get a wife, you just needed some cows and chickens and some goats to give to the girl's family, and you can get it. It's really about money and status. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like my man was saying, bro, it's really like marriage. To be married, man, you don't have to go to no courtroom or put the law or anybody in this shit. If you really want to be married, it's just your word and her word. Because at the end of the day, that's all marriage is going to be. You know what I'm saying? With a ring, without a ring, it's your word and her word together. And unconditional love. So it's really like, man, people really got a lot of shit mixed up. And then as far as like the gender roles, I just want to put in there like this. Today I was talking to some women on my lunch break about it. I was like, women really need to know their place. And they took it so wild when I said,
you talking to bitches that work like that?
Yeah, but listen, hear me out though. Now they was wilding out when I said this, but a lot of people take that statement the wrong way because women don't know their place. Their place is way higher than society has even taught them or us. People don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the, like you were saying earlier, mental illnesses and shit. A lot of these mental illnesses have been pushed off as societal norms, right? And we don't look at it like that, but it really is. So women don't know their place, but men don't know women's place either. So when we tell a woman her place is in the kitchen, right? It may come off as, damn, that shit fucked up. But when we look at the fact that the kitchen is our hospitals and our wives are our doctors, when men work all day and we sweating all these minerals out and we providing for our family, tearing our bodies up, to come home to a nice home cooked meal with love put in it, and women, and over time, we don't realize this because people don't read no more, bro. Over time, women know science. They know how to put herbs together. They know how to put certain seasonings together. Like a lot of people don't know. You could cook with turmeric, it's good for your body, but your body won't take it into the cells unless you have pepper, right? But then there's another enzyme that your body won't take all of that in with the pepper unless you add another plant. Over time, women have come up with these sciences, you know what I'm saying? And they know how to do this stuff. They've forgotten a lot now because they follow society and what society is pushing. But there's a major key component to the reason why women have these roles. Our women are the most powerful things that we have in our society. You know what I'm saying? We take for granted women's intuition. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing as what does your gut tell you? Your gut instinct. That's women naturally. They have this. So it's like when we say women need to know their place, they need to understand that it's not a degrading statement, but it's a statement that uplifts them and letting them know that we know their true power. But people, they really don't get it. Like you tell a woman, it's a reason. So why do men do certain things in gender roles and women do certain things? Why do women not supposed to take out the garbage? You dealing with parasites and all type of shit. Everything a woman does is dealing with purification and cleanliness and healing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we really need to get back to these mindsets where we uplift our women to not like hate these roles that they're magnificent in. This is what they tailored themselves to for thousands of years, bro. They need to understand that power, and society has taught them to hate it because society wants to control our health. They want to get more tax money and control our women. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all was saying, they got the black men out of the household through the civil rights movement because they knew that all of us together was powerful. They had to find a way to take out the major component. That was women. That's when the whole women's rights shit. Black women in the black community didn't have the same problem white women had. We don't look at that. The white women was getting towed down by their men, telling them that it was lesser. When you watch old TV shows about black families, the Cosby Show, Everybody Hates Chris, them women wasn't degraded. You know what I'm saying? They was loved and respected. The black woman has always been the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? And you could just look at your families. Nobody was disrespecting y'all grandmas. You know what I'm saying? If you talk out of place to your grandma, your granddad will slap the shit out of you. And if anything was asked of the family, it always has to go through either the mother first, even the daddy will be like, go ask your mama. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to look back at these things and understand the power that our women had and still have, and we need to give that power back to them.
Right. Hey, that's deep. Guys, I'd like y'all to make sure kind of get a chance to look at the comments over there. I'm posting some of the comments and I appreciate everyone for tapping in and checking it. But let me just kind of say this, how this took a turn. we started talking about emotions, you know, and then we went to gay, and then we went to marriage, and then we went to tell a woman to stay in her place. But I'm glad you broke that down because
normal
you say
Wednesday
that
night.
right now.
Everybody cancel.
It's a normal Wednesday night, fellas.
It's gonna be some shit. So you know, but you kind of broke it down pretty good, Seb. I don't know if they buying it, but you broke it down pretty good. So what I like to do right now, though, is I'm gonna jump over here to another topic right quick and see where that's gonna take us. Welcome everybody out to Barbershop Talk. You never know where this fucking conversation gonna go, and we didn't been around the world just on that. I think Jack, you started this shit too, did you?
I just was curious, man. I had just
don't blame
crossed
Jack
my mind this morning while I was on my runs. I just thought I'd put it on the table. You
good. Put that shit out there. We appreciate you for it. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know, no one knows who's next, but I'm gonna jump up there to Melvin because he's the comedian, and I'm gonna tell you one time Melvin said some shit about men flush their kids down the toilet and down the toilet, down the what do you say, down the tub and down the drain and shit. So you never know what Melvin gonna say. So Melvin, what you got?
In a sock, in a rag. One time in the car, like a soldier. I had it on. Hey, look, man. I'm not. Don't. Hey, y'all ever had the pre-work jerk? Like right before you clocked in, you just like took. Man, bro.
No, bro, I can't say that I have.
those days are behind me. Of course, I'm saved now.
All right, but, what you got for us, Melvin? What you got for us?
I really contemplated asking this question, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask. So, because there are some really, really, really good topics in the comments that I think we could get to.
It is,
but I'll just ask this question. Hey, successful toy pocket, don't judge me. Listen, so my question is, because in my opinion, men and women typically do this act for different reasons. As a man, because there's all men here, if your partner, and I guess I have to specify a woman because we've been talking about gay people, if you're or we can do both, it don't matter. If your partner cheats on you, is there any scenario you can see where you would stay as a man?
I mean, I could see it because I know I've cheated on women before, and I know you really. Bro,
what?
Let me explain to you, bro.
It's gonna depend on whether I cheated.
It's rude because it's like, all right, your partner cheated, right? But what if you didn't cheat on your partner like 3 times already? She never even found out. Sometimes you just gotta forgive it because that's just karma. You know what I'm saying? But
that's the get back.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's like we all gotta see that everybody has some type of flaw in them. But you also have to look at why they cheated. Maybe it was something that you wasn't doing. It's the same thing with men cheating. Women cheat because sometimes a dude just ain't doing something. It's something. And we all need to really just sit down and talk to each other. Ask her why she cheated. Like, for instance, a lot of the times when a relationship ends, people don't even talk to each other. People don't be like, hey, why did this relationship go bad? You know what I'm saying? People don't, and then they go into the next relationship and do the same dumb shit because they never had that type of conversation with another person because everybody's in their feelings. You have to talk to each other. Yeah, she cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like when a dude find out a girl cheat, the first thing they ask is, "Did you suck his dick?" Like that shit heavy. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey,
you know
but that's a real question though. Hey, but did you though? Like,
right. But see, that ain't even the worst. Nowadays, you gotta ask it like, did you eat his ass?
Man. I'm about to say that's a slippery slope.
The only way she didn't suck his dick is she ain't sucking
for real.
Hold up, Jack. What'd you say, Jack?
The only way she didn't suck his dick is if she ain't sucking your dick.
Yeah.
That may not be true either, brother.
Bullshit. Motherfucker, because everybody want to goddamn put their best foot forward in the bedroom. So
you gonna
get everybody gonna want to put their damn best foot forward. Everybody want to curl some toes or make a motherfucking leg shake.
True.
So you can fool yourself into thinking, oh, at least she ain't suck his dick. No, she ain't tell you she sucked his dick.
Exactly.
So you leaving her, OG?
Because
you leaving her?
Because you think about it, when you ask that question, did she suck his dick? Well, did you eat that cat when you stepped out on her?
Wow.
What the fuck did you do?
Y'all gotta
expect
see these
equal
comments,
treatment.
They're wild.
Exactly, bro.
Equal treatment.
So Jack,
seven. You said a seven. When you talk about comedy, like don't be prepared. Don't be so damn quick to shut your partner down over some shit you've done or that you're doing. Just because you didn't get caught, don't make your ass innocent. I mean, somebody just got a little raggedy with that shit.
Okay, so Seven said he'll go on and stay because he was cheating, so he like fuck it. But I think it might be a different if you walked in on that shit.
That one. If I ain't cheated on your ass, if I ain't cheated on you, I'm not as forgiving. If I cheated on you, I ain't getting a lick back for some other motherfucker now.
All right, let me go over here to Coach, and then I want to say because I saw this question come up in someone that I follow, and I see she's in the comments too. But what was you gonna say, Coach?
No, I was just saying. I agree with him. If it's a situation where I've been a dog, I'll probably stay. But if it was in my house, or you went above and beyond to deliver results for something you don't normally do for me, it's gonna. I gotta walk out the door.
Yeah, your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
But see, okay, look,
that's your ego. Your ego kicked in.
Yeah.
This is my thing about getting your lick back, though, right? Okay. Let's say I cheat on you. I'm talking to the ladies in the comments because they going crazy. Okay. Let's say I cheat on you, right? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay.
If I cheat on you and you either find out or I tell you, that's your responsibility to forgive me. You either wash these sins off me or I help you pack.
That's powerful, bro.
So the moment you say we good and then you go fuck somebody else, you're wrong. You forgave me.
Now we good. Now we good.
we shook. We had a handshake agreement. Babe, you good?
So wait, when you make that agreement, it's part of the agreement is you're not gonna get your lick back.
Correct. Because guess what? You could have left me.
No, bro.
You could have left me.
If you don't put that on the table, if you don't come on, it's instinctive. If somebody hurts you, you want to hurt them back. It's not. Right. I'm not saying it's right, but it's instinct. So
I agree.
No, bro, they ain't on the table. If you didn't say you ain't getting your lick back, you might not know about it.
But this is the thing. I'm saying this. Okay, boom. If me and her locked in and I cheat, at that moment you make the decision if we still gonna be together. It ain't on me. Of course, I don't want to leave because I could have left you.
That goes right back to me.
So if you go, I forgive you, bruh. What? You forgave me. The moment you get your lick back, now we doing tick for tat, bruh. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the thing is, no, you're right. It's tit for tat. It is
That's what I'm
definitely tit for
saying.
tat.
And I agree. You
Nut for
shouldn't
nut,
cheat.
however you
Like
want
she
to look
said,
at
you shouldn't
it.
cheat.
You
I
know?
agree.
I mean, you say it's their responsibility to forgive you. Yes,
Yes.
people fail. A lot of people don't understand forgiveness is for yourself, not necessarily for the other individual anyway.
That is
So you
true.
want to forgive someone just to get that dang on. So you're not carrying around that type of negative energy on yourself. I don't frown upon the lick back as much as I would. You just torment me. You keep me around because now I done this. If you know in your heart of hearts that you said the words I forgive you, but I'm gonna do what I do. Release me.
See
Don't
that?
because a lot of men who cheat, if they're truly sincere about their regrets and stuff like that, they will go through hell and high water to try and prove themselves.
100%.
And
100%.
that level of dedication is often weaponized against them as well, because they know this mother's gonna do whatever it takes for me not to walk out the door.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes a level of cruelty, in my opinion. I can live with you not forgiving me. I would rather you not forgive me and I kick rocks than you just keep me around to be your doormat for the next 5 or 6 years.
No, I agree. And again, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not, and you're right, but at the same time, I'm just saying, like, if somebody cheats back on me, I can handle it. But don't tell me, don't verbally say, hey,
Yeah, she know you cheated. You think you're not gonna feel that burn? Come on, bro.
Shit, for real.
It ain't a lick. It ain't a lick back if you don't feel the burn.
Hey,
Come
and
on.
not
That's just being realistic.
But not everybody cut like that though. Everybody ain't
I'm just saying.
thoroughbred like that.
So don't do that shit if you ain't prepared. You're not prepared for the
No,
repercussions.
I can take.
Keep
Listen.
that toy soldier in the goddamn case.
As a man, you got to be accountable for all your actions. So I can handle whatever come with me. Because again, if she want to leave me, I gotta accept that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't give me your word,
Right?
and then go get your lick back. Now, if you say, you gonna have to give me some time. Oh, I already know you finna go get your lick back. I already know. Now you give me the option to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? But if you say I'm good, we straight.
Hey, I hope y'all checking out some of these comments. These comments are crazy.
They cooking.
These comments
I think
weird.
The question down low.
Yeah, Chris talked about treat a girl like a king or some shit. I think he's saying that now, and then he mess around and see another piece of pussy walk in front of him. Then he gonna be trying to go over there and run dick up in that. So I don't know.
He
So
say like soul food and black women too. This shit.
yeah, he
y'all
tried
see
to
him going there, man. He over there got jungle fever, man. What's up, that boy?
So it's kind of crazy up there, but these comments is going the fuck off. So but I think Toy Podcast, she's listening and she posted something to the fact, and I forgot how it was, but it was something about men cheating or something like that. And I kind of posted some comments, and I forgot exactly where I was fucking going with that, y'all, just right then. But anyway, I'm gonna let that go. But I was finna say something about cheating because she posted that, and I forgot what I said and commented on that to her. But anyway, so we covered that. Anybody got anything else on the cheating and getting caught cheating and everything before we move on to another one?
So all y'all said y'all gonna stay. That's basically what y'all said. Y'all can see a situation where you stay.
It depends, but if you been
negative. I didn't.
That was that negative.
Well, yeah, Wizzo, you didn't answer the question, did you?
Yeah, I sure did, because I was sitting there listening to y'all and reading the comments. Hell no, I ain't staying. Fuck that. No.
Even if you cheated on that same woman, she don't get no lick back. She don't get no.
Fuck that. Nope. Fuck that. Nope. I ain't staying. Fuck that. Nope. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Because already
you agree
as a man, you have a right to make whatever decision you want to make.
Yeah.
But
need to
you're
stay.
wrong.
She got caught cheating.
Oh, so she got to do a better job than not get busted.
You should be willing to goddamn swallow the pill of her goddamn.
Y'all know my girl watching this shit too.
What's that song?
Next topic.
What's the song say? Who's making love to my old lady while I've been out making love? It's
Yeah.
gonna happen, man.
Yeah, see, and this one guy said this, this it's not your pussy, it's just your turn. So, but all in all, I think
Definitely heard that one before.
Toy, she had something else. Toy, you be posting some good shit and I'll be commenting with it, but I can't. I just sent Drew a blank. But to answer your question, Jack, no, I'm not fucking staying. Fuck that. I got to go. I ain't gonna be able to do it. My girl, she done already posted cheating. She saying she done. So and then I think someone else saying, why cheat, and stuff like that.
Y'all have an agreement up.
Go ahead, Jack. What'd you say, Jack?
No, I mean, I think I misunderstood. I think you were mentioning a comment. I thought you were saying that you and your woman physically said that cheating is a no-go for y'all. I mean, of course we all know it's implied that it's not acceptable. Yeah,
right.
You shouldn't have to make a statement that we ain't gonna cheat on each other. But
true.
The question was, if it happened, would you stick around? And I can see
and that's what
I would. So
that's what she posted. She posted if someone's cheating, then she's done. And here's Chris is again. Say, Wizzo, I like black sugar. Well, I don't know what to tell you on that. Then he diabetes or something. I don't know. But anyway,
hey man, is a comment on here on one of the perspectives. It was talking about what if the man never cheated, but the woman cheated.
Okay, I missed that one.
And I really think it's interesting because it's like people never talk about why are they cheating on each other, bro. Why don't people ask what the problem is? Why aren't people open enough with the problem? I mean, it would hurt, but you would still want to know why a woman cheated. You know what I'm saying? Or why the man is cheating. People don't even talk about that. Like, still, like,
what'd you say, Coach?
Sometimes it's opportunity.
Yeah, and it goes back to when Jack was talking about emotion, talking, open it up, talking about it and shit. He's not fixed he ain't fixed to bring that shit up. I don't think so. The opportunity may be there. Something may be going on at the house or whatever, some shit like that. But I mean, look at Jay-Z then cheated on Beyonce. She supposed to be the queen. He done went out and cheated on her because that woman was in front of him, probably shaking that ass, and he got weak in the moment and started to run some dick in her. And I guess he got caught. I don't remember exactly how that shit went, but I don't know.
I mean, it could be something deeper, dog. You know what I'm saying? She could have not flushed the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Left some blood on the toilet. It's weird shit. You don't never know what to turn a dude off. You know what I'm saying? I know if I go in the bathroom and my girl leave a long ass turd in the toilet, I'm be like, hey man, hold on, man.
That shit is fucking turn off. Hey, let me go over here to Coach. Coach, what you got for us, Coach? Shit.
Ain't got no turds, but
I want to see that motherfucker. If you did, I don't want to see it.
But I was thinking of it from the aspect of what did they say? It's I think how the saying goes. Right. It can be a badass woman. She can be the baddest woman in the world, but it's somebody that can't stand her ass. It's something that makes right. It can be something petty. It can be something simple that just triggers him. It can be a situation where you got together with somebody too soon. You never really healed from the previous relationship or whatever. Or you just at the end of the day, like I kind of was my early day, you just be a dog. And you just chasing it, trying to conquest. I had a mission from the time that I was 16 until I was probably 25.
Yeah,
my goal was
you better remember when you got married before you make
I had to think about that. I'm doing the math. But it was like I had a goal of an X amount per year. That was my goal. And then I had to slow down, and I did eventually.
Okay, so break this down to me. You had a goal of an X amount. So you had a goal of fucking so many women before you did whatever you had to do.
Yeah, I did.
You was a garden tool, Coach.
I ain't gonna lie, Coach. I ain't gonna lie, Coach, you was a dog.
But see, here's the thing though. When I first started getting serious with girlfriends and stuff, I was trying to be that humble, good boyfriend.
Right.
But when they cheat on you or they dog you out, it sets a precedent. To whereas I'm not gonna be that guy that I thought I was supposed to be, and I'm still getting dead that way.
Yeah.
So do you think some of that stems from a person trying to be something that they're not?
Yeah.
Maybe you just not meant to be in a monogamous relationship.
At that time.
But you're trying to do something because that's, again, societal expectations.
Yep.
How much of that is, people not living in their actual truth?
That's true.
It's true.
But
man.
if you live too much in your truth, though, you're going to get Caitlyn Jenner.
Look what Cree said. Y'all need healing, not sexual healing.
Sexual healing, the best.
Hey, Seven, you got this look on your face, bro. You holding back on it?
Nah, man, I'm holding back, dog. I mean, I feel like Coach feel, man. When I was young, I was like, damn, vagina. When you get bro, listen, when you get your first hit, it's like a drug, dog. You just trying to get the numbers up. And it ain't even about the numbers, bro. It's just about the interaction, getting girls. And the culture we live in for men, you become more powerful the more women you've been with. And that says something about the power of women. You know what I'm saying? Like we look at it backwards, but it really gives women more power because the more women a man have, the more powerful the man is. You know what I'm saying? The man isn't as powerful without all those women in societal standards. You know what I'm saying? Like with a woman, it's backwards. You know what I mean? Like the less me and a woman have, the better she is. So if the less sex partners a woman have, the better. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Muslims out here, they killing themselves just to get motherfucking 25 virgins and shit. You know what I mean? When they go to the other side. And it's just weird, but it's a scientific reason behind that. You know what I'm saying? People don't put out there that the more sexual partners a woman have, she holds on to a lot of that DNA. You know what I'm saying? So a woman wants a woman that's pure for a reason because he wants his lineage to be pure. But people don't talk about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know the bad shit about a man fucking with a lot of women. I've never heard no downside to that though. You know what I'm saying? Besides that you can ruin yourself for your wife because you were giving yourself all these expectations of what all these other past lovers have done. Your queen may not even be into all that freaky shit that you into. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might be fucking your mind up for the one that is for you. But the crazy part about that is society don't give no fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? You fucking with a lot of women as a man, you the man. You know what I'm saying? You the big dog on campus. All the women want you. But it's like, bro, but why though? Where does this stuff come from? Why are we giving this? My dad used to tell me I was gonna have a lot of girlfriends. My mom told me, she's like, when you go to college, you're gonna be a Q dog because they get all the girls and you're gonna have children with all different type of women, all different type of races. But we put this stuff on men. I've even heard women say, my son gonna have all the girls. And I had to ask the lady, I'm like, man, you don't want your baby daddy cheating on you and having a bunch of women. So why are you putting this on your child? You know what I'm saying? We don't know where this stuff starts from because people don't pay attention to it.
So I guess, Jack, you didn't name off your hit list or whatever, but according to Coach and Seven, there's some goddamn kings up in this motherfucker. So shit.
Retired.
Retired. Yeah, retired. Well, Coach retired. So.
Put it in caps.
Yeah.
Man, these days you can't have more than one woman, dog. They'll drive you crazy. You gotta have a certain type of mental capacity to handle all that, man. One woman is enough.
Yeah. Shit. Boy, y'all tell you what, boy, goddamn it, say shit, Seven, you knocking them down, throwing them up.
Because when you gotta think about this, when you like a lot of them dudes that have a lot of women they fuck with, they don't care about their minds. It's not about their minds, it's their body. But when you're in a one-on-one relationship with a woman, it forces you to dive deeper into her and into yourself. You have to not only learn her, but you have to learn yourself to become a better version for her, and vice versa. Then that's the whole team component. It's like, how can I become better for you? How can you become better for me? And how do we become a more cohesive team? You know what I'm saying? So, because niggas with a bunch of women, they don't give a fuck. It's just like, man, I'm gonna hit one, shit, go to another one house, hit her, maybe she gonna cook dinner for me type shit. You know what I'm saying? When you got your queen, sometimes you gotta cook dinner for her. It's about love languages, how y'all communicate, because it ain't always with just words.
All right, so maybe you should just be swingers then, married couple. Maybe you should just be a swinger and just drop the keys in the hat and fuck who all you want to. Then
damn,
that don't work, bro.
That's
weird. That don't work.
That don't work.
I have I'm not gonna say his name, but I got a very good friend that went through that situation. It was all cool until the dude came to the house and professed his love to his wife.
Damn.
And hands was laid, and it affected him professionally, and pretty much ruined his life at that point in time. So, that's dangerous area there.
Damn. So,
can you imagine man being in a threesome and the nigga start outperforming you? God dang. That's nasty work, dog.
That's pressure.
Like you ain't never, like that damn girl, you ain't never made that sound for me.
Yeah, I don't want no part of that.
or you can come to the conclusion that you shouldn't be married. Or you can come to the conclusion that marriage is not necessarily your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Save yourself the headache.
Yeah,
the heartache.
Sometimes you have to realize. Sometimes it boils down to realizing what your limitations are, and what your true desires are. A lot of people want to be married because, like I said, that's the quote unquote gold standard today. It's more people. Some people get married just to have a title, and now they're doing the same shit as single people doing.
Yeah.
So why go through it? Why go through it? Why? How you gonna buy tickets to the circus and say you don't like clowns? You jump in these relationships because that seems to be the thing to do. Well, you bought tickets to the circus. No, you didn't like clowns. You got married because somebody said you was raised, or society has given you this mindset that marriage is, like I said, for the cat's meow, and you do it because I've done it twice, knowing damn well I shouldn't have been nobody damn husband. No, I shouldn't have been nobody husband. Not that I didn't care about the women, not that I wasn't in love with them, but I was not ready for marriage. But the pressure of not, living up to that expectation caused me to make a decision that I shouldn't have made. And I knew I was making the wrong decision. So sometimes you just got to be honest enough with yourself to live in your truth. Right.
And you say, Jake,
I'm dead set against marriage, but I know I'll never do it again. Ready.
So you think you made the wrong decision twice? Or you say you've been married twice?
Yeah. I was married twice. And I know I made man, I ain't gonna lie. First time, I almost left that woman at the altar.
Damn.
The only thing that stopped me, because I was driving her car. And it wouldn't have been right to leave it in her own, to leave her standing there and take her a ride.
Damn.
So some people, being able to really be truthful with yourself, sometimes the hardest place to look is in the mirror. You really got to take that deep look into the mirror and learn how to be honest with yourself. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, ain't no one in here you're gonna be honest with others. Right. So you really, and it can be a challenge. Yeah. But you gotta muster up the strength to really live in your truth, and that's something I'm still learning. I was introduced to that mindset, a few years back because I lived a lot of my life not living in my truth. And if you don't do it early on, it gets hard as hell to do it later on.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's what the business is. All right, anybody else got anything on that right there? Some people get married because.
No, I just wanted to say that, man, we live in a society where we're pushed so fast to not even truly learn ourselves. People give us these guidelines that we should live by. Like you have to go to high school, you have to go to college, and you have to get a degree, and you have to have a family, you have to get married. It's a lot of you have to's, and it's not enough of you should find yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to find yourself before you even go to college. You'll just be wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Finding yourself there and not, you know what I'm saying? Because college is the type of place where you should already know yourself and then you know what you want to do. And we don't push our kids enough to find themselves because a lot of us feel in society is a waste of time to grow on that self-finding journey. A lot of us don't push our children and be like, you know what, go travel the world and find out who you are first. You know what I'm saying? On some coming to America type shit. Go sow your royal oats, figure some shit out. You know what I mean? Like we need to start doing that more and normalizing it, because at the end of the day, we end up with confused adults, and we tend to pass that shit down onto our children, like our parents passed on to us. A lot of people, we live in it, and we think that because these people are our parents, that they know best. When we need to realize that they're just children who made mistakes too. You know what I'm saying? And they're just regular people. They're children still in the mind who have traumas. And we don't think about our parents like that, but that's exactly what it is. They raise us to the best of their ability that they could understand. But we have to go out and find ourselves to do better, to break a lot of those generational curses. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big part of who we become. Because if we passing down bullshit to our children, it's just gonna keep repeating itself.
Yeah. All right. What do y'all think about the comment right here that Creed just posted? Some people get married because they fear being alone.
That's true.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Some people get into just regular relationships because they're scared to be alone.
Well, and I'll say this, I have a friend of mine, he's not married, been with this lady for a little while, I don't know, probably 5 years or whatever. And he say, shit, they gonna go on and get married because, you know, he's getting older. I think he's probably about 60 something. And he said he don't want to be old and alone. So, you know, they gonna look at getting married. So I guess that could be true. Me, myself, I don't fear being alone, but I've been with my girl now. She had probably 11 years or something like that. Now she's watching this podcast right now, and we're not married, and she's waiting on me, I'm sure, to go on and get my shit together, whatever. But that's another whole story right there. So I don't know. So
he's not looking for a hospice wife, is he?
Damn sure what it sounds like.
A hospice wife. You know, that fear of getting alone, if you take care of your dad, if you prepare for old age, you don't have to fear it as much. Some of these people get that, like that. Some people, you know, are clearly we all at risk of our health deteriorating and stuff like that. Some things you can't, you know, you have no control over. But I think a lot of people, you know, some of that fear become being alone. A portion of it, I'll say, stems from, you know, who gonna wipe my ass, who gonna help me with this, who gonna do that, and this, that, and the third.
That could be
like a hospice spouse, you know, no, don't stand on your dick, have your life, and then want somebody to call you husband when you can't stand on that motherfucker no more.
Yeah, that sounds like Vivica Fox right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so I'm just saying, man.
Yeah. Well, I heard that. Well, at least, Coach, I'm glad you broke down to it that being a swinger won't work. So, because that didn't work. But I will say this on that. I will say this on that note, because I have a friend of mine and she lives in Houston, and I'm gonna have her on the podcast one day, and she is, and her husband is, and she's told me about many a times how they've knocked, you know, she found women and they knocked them down or whatever and stuff like that. So. Is it working? Shit, they've been together, they've been broke up, they, you know, for a number of years. You would think, well, shit, that's like the best of both worlds. Shit, I can go on and go cheat legally, but then it can't be another guy. It has to be another female. He don't want another guy in there. It can only be another female.
It's already unequal out the gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
stipulation.
no equality. Yeah, there's a double standard built into that situation. So if there's a built-in double standard, how long is it going to be successful?
Yeah. All righty. That's what the business is. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. I like the way, you know, it's just like the barbershop. We start with one damn thing, and boy, goddamn, we did went 360 degrees a couple other ways. So, but I'm gonna just work around the room and see if anybody got anything else they want to throw out there, and we'll come up there to 7 and see what he wants to throw out, and or we may ride this out a little bit longer before we get to closing remark. 7, what you got?
Man, I want to talk about something that Jack had mentioned earlier that I thought was profound, bro. So my whole thing is, at what point do we realize that we need to be eating different and treating our bodies different as we get older, as opposed to when we're young? Because when we're young, we just be eating all type of crazy shit. We don't be giving no fuck. But as you get older, you start to realize you need to be taking in like less meat, more plants, and you need to be treating your body better. Your skincare needs to be right. You need to take care of your hair better. So, at what point did you gentlemen figure this out? And why do you think this so important that other people should understand this?
I'll let Jack go, and then I got something on that too, and we'll see if Coach do. But Jack, you can go ahead.
Okay, so I'll tell you the time to start is now. I don't care what your age is. The time to start is now. Is we ingest all of this material on social media and TV and stuff. All of this we run to the native bullshit. You put some World Star on or some Cat Williams shit. We all over that shit. But we don't have the time we don't have the patience to sit down and listen to shit that's going to make us better. Because you got to take care of your body from the inside out. What was my eye opener? I was unfortunately I had a mild stroke at age 50. Appeared to be pretty healthy guy. 20 years in the military. I was in law enforcement at the time. Never looked that part of someone who was unhealthy, but having that experience, I remember like yesterday getting out of the shower, arm going numb. 10 minutes later, dizzy spells. And another 10 minutes after that, I couldn't form a regular word. Luckily for me that night, my daughter, who was in nursing school at the time, did a quick triage and got me somewhere. I was able to tell her to call the supervisor to get me to the hospital quick, because who knows what the damages would have been from that point. I was blessed enough to fully recover from that situation. And so I really take that my health very seriously, like I spoke on the holistic ways, because we all know that the pharmaceutical companies, there's no desire to heal us. There's only desire to treat. Money is in the treatment, not the healing.
Yeah.
Therefore, you need to take on the responsibility of educating yourself, knowing what you're putting into your body, knowing the effects of it, if you want to have some type of considerable shelf life. If you want to live to a ripe old age, at least a quality of life. It no matter how long you live, but you want to have a good quality of life. Yeah. And so just like like you say, son, you Google shit all the time. You really have to create a mindset to where I'm eating to live. I'm not just living to eat. What are the effects of what I'm putting in my body? What's it going to do to me? So the time to start on that is right now for all of us. And I don't go at least twice a week. I'm taking in some information on health, something it's not just about being in the gym. You have to educate yourself on to what you're putting into your body. A lot of we out here taking these blue pills and shit when they're natural options for us to have a strong sexual health life. And for men, Black men in particular, prostate health is a major issue. You got men out there right now not even aware of the fact that you don't have to get a thumb up your butt to get a prostate exam. That's stuff done through blood work now. So start with the basics, knowing, visiting your doctors regularly, getting that blood work done and taking heed to it. If you see something that, in the blood work says you need to do something different in your life, if you care about living, do something different. Because it's not going away. So that would be my advice, man. Educate yourself in connection with the information that you get.
Right. And what I'll say on that is it's been probably about 3 years ago, maybe 4 at the most. I go get my cholesterol checked and numbers checked every year to find out what they are. So my number was high and went to the doctor and he said, well, we need to get you on this pill. And first thing I said was bullshit. You're not getting me on no pill. So I did just like Seven said. I got on Google and I started Googling things, ways to lower my cholesterol, because I didn't want to be on the pill. First thing you want to do is put me on the pill. I went back and the numbers was lower. And he said, oh, you made some improvements. And I said, yeah, I made some improvements because of Google. And you didn't tell me any of these things. I had to research to find out what to eat, what not to eat to lower my cholesterol. You just wanted to put me on a pill, So about the another year after that, and within this last year, I follow a guy online, and he's been teaching me, about reading labels. You go in the grocery store and you read it's the labels. It's just so much shit in our food that it's totally unreal. So to answer your question, Seven, and Jack was saying start now. I started a few years ago, but I started even more now because I found out like rice and biscuits, they is bad for my cholesterol and stuff like that. I stopped eating pork probably 20 years ago, unless I have a pepperoni pizza every now and then. And so I stopped that. And and beef, very little bit of that. So I just changed the way I eat now because, they just want to keep you on their pill and pat your ass up and keep you going. So I agree with you guys. We got to research, and the time to start is now. So, Coach.
I'll
And you
probably
can
say,
reverse anything. You can heal your body.
Yeah.
true.
Now go ahead, Coach.
I'll probably say for me, well, the time is now. If you haven't already started, time is now. Don't wait until it's too late. I'll probably say I started. I've always been off and on, off and on. Um, being a former athlete in college, I was used to just eating whatever I wanted because you go work it out, burn the calories, things like that. As you get older and you stop competing in things, I never regulated my diet, so my weight got away from me. So I guess about 3 months ago is when I really started taking it more serious. I've had chronic kidney disease for about 7, 8 years now. So I've been trying to do what I'm supposed to do, take care of it and things like that. But I did have a life change days in the hospital. Um, because me not doing what I need to do to research myself tells me they gave me something that had an adverse effect to where it put me in the hospital for 8 days, and it went from chronic kidney disease to acute kidney injury. I went through about 8 IVs during that hospital stay. They kept trying to regulate it to get my creatinine levels down, and then maybe that was on a Friday. About Tuesday, they came in and they said, no, sorry, Wednesday morning they came and said your number was slowly going down, but it went back up again. We're going to have to start dialysis. So I've been on dialysis now for about 5 weeks. And the unfortunate part of it is I waited to get to this point to start taking my health seriously. But the byproduct of that is now I'm very acute to what I put into my body. I read my labels very carefully. I watch my sugar, my sodium, my phosphorus, my potassium. And now I don't know if it's from the dialysis or because the eating habits have changed, but my blood pressure is the best it's been since I was in high school. With that being said, it helped your boy put some lead in his pencil. So at the end of the day, it's hard. I still need to have the kidney transplant eventually.
Yeah.
But I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I came home today. I got off work late, but I still went down and prepared a healthy meal. A healthy meal for myself instead of versus, I ain't got time to go run through this drive-through real fast. I stick to that. I get up in the morning. I eat my breakfast. As far as like a fruit or something light, I drink my water when I need to. I fix my lunch. I take my lunch as much as possible. But it took a life-changing event for me to do that. So now I've been preaching. I've been an advocate. I work with a bunch of young people. Most of them are my kids' ages. They know what I went through. I let them feel this thing I got in my arm for my dialysis. They freak out when they feel it vibrating. I tell them now is the time to take care of your body. Don't wait until it's too late and you put yourself in the situation I'm in. Because nobody sat down and told me that. I always thought, they always said when you're young that you think you're invincible until somebody make you sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah. Already. Jack, you was fixing to say something a while ago. What was it?
No, I forget, but Coach, he made a good point. Unfortunately, and I think Creed might have put in the chat. Is usually a lot of times it's a life changing event. But I know what I was gonna tell you. You can reverse the damage just like you figured out, Coach, by cleaning up your diet. You have the ability yourself to reverse the effects of our unhealthy eating habits and stuff. I was just talking to a friend of mine today. For some reason, as a society, we have this unhealthy relationship with food today. Now you look on people's social media pages, and you hell bent to find somebody not posting something about food. You know,
Mhm.
we glamorize eating like crap almost. And as a country, you know, we're one of the few countries that allow, like, you can have some stuff some of the stuff on the shelves in our grocery stores are illegal in other countries.
Yep.
That's fucking insane. You know, the we're such a capitalist country that we don't care about people's standard of living or, you know, quality of life. We care about making a dollar off of them by any means necessary. And I had this quote that I tell my kids: it's easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape. So once you get your ass in shape, you know, do regular workouts. But yeah, and trust me, you can reverse it, because I'm about 2.5, almost January of 21. January, no, 22. No, 2.5 years ago, I was about 35 pounds heavier than I am now.
Damn.
35 pounds, you know. And I like first 6 months of the year, I don't consume alcohol. I'm slowly becoming, my goal is to become an occasional drinker. I think I drank during the month of the last week of June and July. I haven't drank alcohol any this month. It's because I realize, I see the profound differences in when I drink versus when I don't drink. You know, you just have to pay attention to what your body's telling you, because it's giving us signs more
Yeah.
often than not, but we ignore them. Our body's gonna, you know, the body has the ability to heal itself if we, you know, educate ourselves and put the right things in it. And so, I mean, do it now. Don't ever think it's too late for you to change your eating habits, because you'll go out there and you'll bend over backwards to chase that bag. You know, whatever it takes, the shit that we really want, we go through hell and high water to get it. You can't put that same energy in taking care of yourself. What's the point of becoming a millionaire to leave it to somebody else?
Exactly.
Hey, like Jack, hey, real quick, like Jack said, your body tells you when something's wrong. Probably about a week before all that transpired, I kept telling my wife, something don't feel right. It felt like
Mhm.
something is off. And then when all that transpired, it started to make sense. But another real quick, because I got to toot my own horn, because I got to keep myself motivated.
Yeah.
Since this
Yeah.
happened, I've lost 38 pounds. I've gone down 2 shirt sizes, 5 pant sizes in
Damn.
Bro, you
two and
keep
a
it
half
going,
months.
man. Keep it going.
I'm waiting for this
Yeah.
weather to get cool so I can get out here and start walking.
Already. Keep. That's what's up.
Every time you drop is you add to your shelf life. So keep it going, man.
Yeah, that's what's
Appreciate you,
up.
brother.
Congrats on that, and glad to have you back on, Coach. Because I know when I got in touch with you, you was out. So I had asked, could I send him candy? Can I send him something? And I said, well, shit, I can send him a card.
And
So
I
I was
appreciate that
glad I had
card
your
too.
address to where I can send you a card, you know, and shit like that. So
Thank you
that's
very
what's
much.
up.
Appreciate it, brother. Always
Yeah,
motivated.
no doubt. Yeah, keep up the good work. So, guys, we reaching our 2-hour mark, and I would like to go around the horn and get everybody any closing comments, anything you like to close out on, and we're gonna come up to 7 points, and then we're gonna work our way around the horn. 7, what you want to close out on with?
I mean, I wanna just, man, say thank you for letting me be here, man, with these brothers sharing their knowledge and whatnot, man. And I want to say that the body's natural state is healthy, man. It heals, like my man Jack said. The body is gonna heal itself, and a lot of people don't know this, but you can literally heal your body from anything that you're dealing with, even in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom and my grandma were on dialysis, and since your kidneys can filter out certain things, right? You know what I'm saying? They give you medicines, right, that allow you not to eat specific things that can heal you. Like my mom was taking some type of medicine that's where she couldn't even eat like melons, and melons heal your body extremely fast, and especially your kidneys, because a lot of the minerals are in the water, and melons are mostly water. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to check the medicine that the doctors are giving you, because that could be really slowing you down from healing. And like, bro, we really got to get into that mindset of just knowing that everything the doctors say isn't right, and a large part of your healing is your mental status. So, coach, man, I made big salutes to you, man, for keeping yourself motivated, because that is one of the true key healing forces of the body is the mind. The mind controls all. As a matter of fact, if you Google the real life sixth sense of the human body, it actually has something to do with knowing about the states of your organs in space and time and understanding the status of those organs. It's a real thing, like it's a real sixth sense. So y'all check that out, man. I'm telling you, man, your health can always be altered. Like Jack said, Brandon, we can heal from anything, diabetes, all that.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate it, Seven. Jack, what you got for us, man?
Uh, Definitely enjoyed the conversation tonight. Glad you guys invited me in once again. Seven spoke on something earlier that I wanted to comment on. We talked about teaching our kids, our young boys in particular, how to deal with their emotions. I also just want to add to that. We can do that as men and brothers alongside each other as well. We definitely want to get it going from a younger age, but the learning doesn't stop because you hit a certain age, and we need to push up, let our brothers, our peers, and even those above us know that dealing with your emotions is not a sign of weakness. It doesn't make you less of a man. It actually makes you a stronger man because you have the discipline to recognize something and try to approach it. It may not be an easy path, but it's not an impossible path.
All right. Appreciate it. Coach, what you got?
Hey man, first of all, I appreciate you brothers, man. That's podcasting thing for me is always therapeutic. After a long, hard day, just come in and just unwind. I get a lot of knowledge from you brothers. I think it's only like the second time I've been on here, but I try to tune in as much as possible because I'm always going to have some type of takeaway or something that I can implement into my everyday life to make me a better person. So salute to you brothers for providing that formatted insight.
All right. That's what's up. Guys, I want to say just touch on two things, the emotions and the doctor, or just for as not believing everything that the doctor tell us and do our research, on that. And by black men, go and find out and at least get checked out and see. Well, don't ignore the warning signs. Like I think Jack was saying a while ago, one of you guys was saying, we get the warning sign. Coach, I think you said about a week or so before you knew something wasn't right. So let's make sure we, don't ignore the warning signs and then, see about talking and dealing with some emotions. I think Cree said what men listen to other men, especially those that they envy, so the comments have been blowing up. So I want to thank, all my viewers for watching and tapping in and shit like that. And I had something else to say, but I fucking forgot what it was. I wrote some notes and I can't read the motherfuckers. But coach, big ups to you, coach. For on your journey and stuff like that. I know I keep in touch. I'm glad I had a chance to meet you in person when I came up to Dallas and up to the studio up there. So I appreciate that. And guys, I appreciate every one of you for coming on the show. It's always something, we never know which way the conversation gonna go. It's uncut, it's unedited, it's unscripted, and we just kind of feed off one another. Because I had shit in my notes and I cut my damn phone off. We was on another whole skit. So and that's barbershop talk. When you sit down in that chair, you don't have no fucking idea what that guy fixed talk to you about. He put that little tissue paper around your neck and he started cutting on your head and started talking and shit. So appreciate you guys on that. And we'll look forward to Barbershop 7 coming up. Maybe I'll reach out to you guys or something like that. Coach, I have you on the 4th for why finding my voice, why I became a podcaster. And then on the 11th, Crease, I think she's still watching. We got men versus women. So that's going to be something right there. That was something the last time. This is episode 2. But other than that, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all. It's always free to like, share, and subscribe. So if you guys go to YouTube and share this on your page or something like that, I appreciate it. And that's all I got. This Paul Wizzo. I'll let you boy.